Hello everyone, welcome to Michael's vlog. I'm making multiple videos today. I got another one for you. So if you look at this video and you see that I have the same shirt on for like 3 or 4 videos in a row, it's because I made a bunch of videos in the same day, but I might not get a chance to, get all the videos out on the same day. So if you see me putting up videos and I got the same shirt on, it doesn't mean I didn't take a bath. It just means that, well, I uploaded the videos over a course of a week. All right, I don't want nobody leaving comments in the section saying, hey man, why you got that same shirt on? You had it on yesterday. It's this. But if you look at the video, you'll see that, the time of the day should look similar because it's all being recorded on the same day. But anyway, let's get to the subject. Why am I talking about that when I'm supposed to be talking to you about herbs? Now, herbs in the Philippines is very, very nice because, pretty much anywhere in the Philippines you can grow plants or herbs or fruits and vegetables, that kind of thing, because it's always hot here. But one thing that I've noticed is when people get sick here, from what I've been hearing and from what I've been seeing, I can't say this is everybody. I'm not going to paint a brush stroke and say it's everybody, but a lot of people who get sick and then they end up even dying in some cases are drinking drinks with herbs in it. And I'm not talking about freshly picked herbs. This has been sitting in a bottle. It's been aging. It's not really at its highest level of potency. So I'm just going to give my opinions on this matter and tell you what I think you should do. If you're in the Philippines, you live here, whether you're a foreigner or a local, if you believe in taking herbs, make sure you get it as fresh as possible. Don't buy it in a bottle, because when it's in that bottle, you don't know the percentage or the content level of herb that's even in the drink, let alone the time that it's been sitting in that bottle. So if you're gonna take herbs, take it fresh. Make a homemade drink with fresh herbs in it, and you control the potency depending on how effective it is for whatever sickness that you're dealing with. Now, let me tell you personally, as a foreigner, I have never had to go to the hospital for a sickness, and I've been through some very tough sicknesses, believe that. I had got sick for like 3 weeks, but this was at a time where I was not really taking the herbs like I knew I should have. But when I got to about that 3rd week, where I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this another week. I might really die. This is a tough sickness. So one night I was in my bed. I couldn't go to sleep. The sickness was kicking my butt left and right. I came downstairs because we got a 2-level house, two-level story house. Came downstairs, went to my garden where I had the herbs. I wasn't using them, but I had them. And I made me no, I didn't make a drink at that time. I just ate the herbs raw. A matter of a few minutes later, I could go to sleep. And guess what? I started making smoothies with them herbs, putting different herbs in it, and my body healed up. Now, my neighbor further down the street from me, he was sick for like 4 weeks. Okay, and he said he was never the same again after, that sickness. And another person told me the same thing too. They got sick really bad and they was never the same. But me, after I got done with them herbs, my body was back how it was supposed to be, and I was not sick again, and I felt the same that I should feel after you get done being sick. So my advice to you, if you believe in taking herbs, I'm not saying everybody believes in that, but if you believe in taking herbs, take it fresh. Do not buy that bottle stuff that you don't know how old it's been. You don't know the quality of the herb. You don't know if chemicals been put on the herbs, that type of thing. Do it yourself. Grow your own herbs. Put it in your drink fresh if you can. If you can't do that, buy it fresh. Buy the herbs fresh from a garden or from the grocery store if they have, because sometimes they have herbs in the grocery store too. You can do that. Buy it there and make you a fresh drink. And I can tell you, not only just for me, even for my son, every time he's gotten sick, when I make him a herbal drink, all that sickness go away. I put fruits and herbs in there. And water. It's important to get some water in there too, because you want to make sure you're hydrated, that type of thing. Not to say that the fruits won't help hydrate you as well, but I like to add water in there to give a little extra punch to it. So make you a very potent herb. Now you might want to know, some of the herbs that I use that I think are very powerful. If you had to put a top herb on your list, which is very difficult to make a smoothie with, it's oregano. But I've made it. I made it happen. I made an oregano smoothie with other different herbs in it. And there is no sickness that has been able to defeat me. And there's been no sickness that has been able to defeat my son. So if you come into the Philippines, know that the sicknesses here are very rough. And you need to have a game plan for how you deal with that. And for me, I take herbs. If I have inflammation, or I have, sinus problems, like I'm having a little bit right now, actually in this video, I go eat peppermint. But I haven't eaten any herbs for a while now, actually. So I'm probably well overdue for eating some herbs. But herbs are very, very important, at least in my life and in my son's life, and even to a certain extent with my wife as well. We definitely try to incorporate herbs into our diet to keep us healthy. Or if we're at the point where we're about to get sick and we haven't eaten a bunch of herbs, like in my situation right now, I'm not really going to get sick, but I can definitely see some signs with my body that it's time to take some herbs again, because it's been way too long since I haven't had herbs. But yeah, stay away from them bottle drinks, man. And it's a little bit of a longer video because I think it's really important. Like I said, people have died, that I've heard about, who drank a drink that's supposed to have herbs in it, and then they die because they thinking they're getting all these benefits, but they not, because it's a bottled product, and the herb is going to die eventually. Or it's going to lose its potency when it's sitting in the bottle. It's not as powerful. So I don't want you to make that same type of mistake, especially if you're local and you're following under that particular paradigm. And do your research. Don't go and just take a herb without researching it and making sure it can solve the problem. The reason that I mention oregano, because oregano has been proven in studies from my research that I've done to be more powerful even than some of the drugs that are out there on the market. So oregano is a very powerful thing, and you have to be careful with oregano. Now, you put that in your mouth, it's going to sting and burn. So you want to make sure that you get comfortable with it first and don't hurt your tongue, because it's not going to kill you necessarily, but it does hurt. If you eat a bunch of oregano pieces and put it in your mouth, and it doesn't taste great. So you got to find a way to incorporate it into your diet. And then for me, the best way that I can incorporate it into my diet is actually by putting it into a smoothie. And even my son drinks the smoothies that I make. So obviously it can't taste that bad if a kid will drink it. And he's very picky about certain things. So especially when it comes to food in general. But, do your research. Oregano should probably be on your top list. It's, I believe it's not only antibacterial and antifungal, but I think it's also, I'm trying to find the word, I can't think of it right now, but it has another benefit too, because in some of the drugs that they have on the market, it has some kind of thing in it. I think antibiotics. Yeah, antibiotics is not supposed to be good for you, over a certain amount of time frame, and it does certain damage that the herbs do not do. And that's the big benefit with herbs. The herbs have all the major benefits of the drugs, but they don't have those side effects that are common with the drugs. Not to say that some herbs don't have side effects, but from what I've seen, the probability of me having a side effect with the herb is less likely than with the drugs that they have out there on the market. Now, not all herbs are created equal. There's some herbs I do not touch, because I want to make that very clear. There are some certain herbs I do not touch because they are dangerous. Not all herbs are created equal. So that's why you gotta do your research and make sure you're safe. And I know this video is a bit long, but it's really important for me to emphasize these things, that be careful if you're one of those people right now that's taking herbs. Whatever sickness that you or your family member may have, do your homework, test its effectiveness, and increase the potency based on its effectiveness, okay? Or decrease the potency if it's having negative impacts, maybe it's the wrong herb. You need to change the game up, adjust your strategy to your situation. But as I said, I was sick for like 3 weeks. My wife thought I was gonna be done, and just give in and take them drugs. But I'm a firm believer in taking herbs. And if you look in the Bible talks about herbs. The Philippines, they say they believe in God. Read your Bible, and you'll see that in the Bible it tell you that herbs are for healing. So what does that tell you? So why are you gonna take a drug that man has created when God has given you a herb that you can take that can heal you? You just need to come back into the knowledge that you need to know to learn how to use it effectively. And there's people here that know how to effectively use herbs, but there's some people that don't, that are drinking these bottled drinks thinking that it's going to heal them up. And they're taking the wrong approach in most cases, because they don't know what all the fillers are in these different bottled drinks, or whatever form of the herb that you're trying to get when it's going through some type of processing. Okay, so let me go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm already at like 10 minutes for this video, but hopefully my allergies didn't interfere with this video too much, because like I said, I do have a little bit of allergy right now, and I need to take some peppermint, just so you know. And the peppermint helps with inflammation in your body, and it helps with sinuses, that type of thing. And every time I take peppermint, the issue go away for a long time. It's just been, a very long time since I've taken herbs, and I've been kind of eating some stuff I'm not supposed to be eating in terms of like sweets and stuff. So I know why I'm having my allergies, and so I understand my body and what, mistakes that I made here and there. But I know how to clean myself up and get rid of the issue for many months. It could be 6 months and I won't have an allergy, or I might have just one a day for like a few minutes. So it's not really a huge deal versus before I may have allergies throughout the whole day. But let me go ahead and wrap this video up. We at 11 minutes now. So I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos on Michael's vlog. If you have any questions about herbs in general, I'm willing to share that advice with you. If you would like to see me make a herbal drink and sell it, the one that helped me, get through that 3 weeks, after the 3 weeks, I should say, because I was sick for like 3 weeks and I didn't take anything. But if you want some advice on, if you want me to make you a drink and sell it to you, now I am gonna sell it, but I'm not gonna sell it to you like $1,000 or something, something insane. I mean, I'm gonna be reasonable, but if you interested in that drink, I can make it for you, and let you try it out and see if it helps you with whatever sickness you're dealing with. I'm not a doctor. I can't promise you that it's gonna make you better, but if you wanted to try it out, I definitely could consider making that into a business and healing people, because man, I want people to be healthy, and I don't feel like you should have to take something that's going to make you sick. And it's just really a video, just me talking about, I care about everybody, I love everybody, I treat everybody with the greatest respect that I can, with my level of maturity. And I don't like to see people sick, man, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to watch people go through certain sicknesses, and that you have a potential answer for them, but you can't really say nothing because their mind is not really at that level where they understand. See, everything I'm telling you is from experience. It's not me just saying, oh, you take this magic thing and it's gonna make you better. No, I lived it. I've been through a lot of different sicknesses, and I got a bald spot in the back of my head that don't tell you that I done been through something. I done been through something. My health has been through tremendous suffering and pain. And through that suffering and pain, I can help other people not make the same mistakes. I even helped out one of my family members, and I brought them up on game. Hey, you don't want to be like me, going through the level of sicknesses that I went through. Now, you can only go through so much, and your body gonna have some real problems. So I brought him up to speed on game, so he won't have the same problems that I had. So he won't end up with a bald spot. So he won't end up with super allergy problems or dandruff problems. See, my dandruff is non-existent. I haven't even had dandruff in my head for like, I don't know how long. And it's all because I changed my diet, and I understood the power of sunlight. That's very important when you're dealing with dandruff. And I know a lot of people in the Black community may have to deal with dandruff on some level. Not a lot of us necessarily, but I should say a decent amount, enough. Man, do your research on sunlight and see how it impacts your hair and your scalp and all those different components. But I'm supposed to end this video a long time ago, but I love to talk, y'all. Y'all know that. If you've been watching my vlog, this could turn into a 30-minute video. But anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos on Michael's vlog. Have a good one. Talk to you then.